Today on Marilyn. Ever wonder what a designer bathroom really looks like? Debbie Travis gives you a tour of her fantastic space and reveals how to create an oasis of your own. Then Teenage Dream. Jane Lockhart shares a double take on bright, balanced, and breathtaking teenage bedroom design. Plus, Tommy Smythe takes you through Toronto's interior design show for a look at some of the top design trends out there and his own hands-on light-making experience.
I really love this Beyonce fan that's happening right now.
All this and more starts right now. And now, here she is, Marilyn Denis.
Hey, everybody! Okay, nice to see you. So ask yourself this question. When is the last time you treated yourself to a spa day? Come on. Well, ready for this? Hey, Debbie, they think I'm giving them a spa day. I'm not. So no matter how small your bathroom, you can create the same feeling at home. So here's how designer Debbie Travis, my good friend, gave a bathroom the spa treatment. It's actually her bathroom. Take a look.
Welcome to my condo in Toronto. Now this is kind of my pied à terre because I work here so much, and I've just done up the bathroom and I want to show you the latest in technology and design. So follow me. It's very different doing a renovation in a bathroom in a condo than it is in a house because the pipes go all the way through the building. So I had to kind of stick with the original plan. Now, the most important thing today in bathrooms is the bathtub. So if you're a bath person, you want to really do some research because there's so much going on with tubs. This one's by Kohler. It's made out of something called lithocast. Now, lithocast is an acrylic, but it's very, very durable and it feels like solid stone, but without the weight. It's got that organic feel, so it's got lots of waves, which I've carried on in the rest of the room. The next most important thing in any bathroom is tile. I put this gorgeous embossed, it looks like wallpaper tile, behind the bath so that the bath really stands out as a feature, and into the shower, and the rest of the bathroom is just paint. Every bathroom has a loo, but today's loos are not what they used to be. This one is by Kohler and it's called a skirt, so it flows to the side. What makes it different is that it's all about smart and intelligent. And this is the hottest thing for condos. First of all, it has no tank, it has no pipes, it comes with a remote. It has a bidet in it, it has lights in it. I think it'll probably dance for you if you want. But it is quite cool, and this toilet will take over eventually from all the existing old-fashioned toilets. One of the most fabulous new things in design has to be bathroom makeup mirrors. Now, this used to have bulbs all the way around. Now the light is within the mirror, and we all look fabulous in it. What's new in showers, though, are the heads. Now, what is really cool is that everybody can have their own pressure, their own type of rain. It looks really attractive. And this is the kind of the new trend in showers. Different pressures, different rain heads, makes everybody happy in the shower. So this is where I leave you, Marilyn. Bye-bye, because I'm going to have a nice soak in my new tub.
I know how excited she was to get this done. Please welcome Debbie Travis. That's a nice little makeover, because you've had that place for a while, right?
I've had that place for about 10 years, and it's actually interesting because I've never, done anything in a condo before.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to move the bathtub here, I'm going to do this. But you can't, because you have to look where all the piping goes.
That's right.
So when you do a condo or apartment, you've got to put everything back in the same place.
Right.
Because everything's running right through the building.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do a house, you want your bathtub in the middle of the living room, you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about making your bathroom into a spa, well, no matter what the size or what the configuration is. So right now, dark colors. You want to talk about that?
Colors. And also, if you think about it, this is where you start your day and end your day.
Yeah.
So you want it to be nice. So dark colors. Vanities are now coming in every color, but this big, trend now for ebony, for very, very dark grey is fantastic, and light furniture. So in a bathroom, most bathrooms aren't very big. You need every bit of storage space. So bathrooms are about practical and looking gorgeous. This does both. This is by Muti, and I think it's a beautiful piece because I mean, you can put that in your living room.
Yeah,
With
it's
the
really
sink.
pretty.
Same with the tap. You know, very, very attractive.
It's nice and clean look. It's a good, clean look. Because you don't
Yeah.
see at spas, right? It's a very clean look.
Yeah,
right?
very clean.
Yeah.
But so it has to work, but at the same time, you want to warm it up. And here we warmed it up. These are all from IKEA, and this is bamboo. And I love a bit of wood. Everybody loves a bit of wood, you know.
But you mix the woods, Debbie. Wow.
Wow, mix the woods, exactly.
What's going on?
I know.
Yeah.
But this is all bamboo, and bamboo, as you know, is being used in everything. Now, you probably put toilet rolls in there, not a plant, but again, storage as well. We need every bit of space in the bathroom.
I love these containers, what you do that.
It's
And
kind of got a
bath
kitchen
salts
look.
here. Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic?
I wouldn't put toilet rolls there. Who wants to see
Yeah.
the toilet rolls? I don't want to see them.
But
I'm sure
I
they're
think that's
nice.
very clever. And again, good design is about being clever.
Let's talk about this backlit this is a mirror that's backlit, which is great for makeup application.
It is. You all want to look good in the morning,
Yeah.
and this is the new thing. So I think the most difficult thing in bathrooms has always been lighting, because you put the lights at the side or you put the lights above and you got these shadows. This is growing now. This is a company called Lumi, and lots and lots of people are doing this, and they're illuminated mirrors, and they're getting more and more sophisticated. And in Italy, I've put these in, and they have bags inside, so that when you come out of the shower, it doesn't steam up. So you're not going like this on the mirror. And as things get popular, you think of the price of a television a
Right.
few years ago, and as technology goes, it gets less and less expensive.
Right.
So these will get cheaper.
Yeah.
And it is the new thing. This is what everybody will have in bathrooms.
Does it make us look younger?
It makes you...
Let's look.
No wrinkles, you see.
I love it. I love that.
The disappointment is when you turn around. But you know, there's something in television called a donut, and it's a light that goes around a camera,
yes.
and you look fabulous, you know. And that's what you do in the.
I'd like to order 1, 2, 3, 4 donuts, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you will see these everywhere, and that's the big thing.
That's so cool. Now, this tub. Let's talk about this.
This
freestanding
tub. So tubs come in all different materials. This is acrylic. Again, they're like a piece of art now. They're sculptural. And this is really replacing the fitted-in tub. And actually, I was talking to somebody this morning, and you need less tile. Because when you had the square or the rectangle tub against the wall, you always had to tile the edge.
Oh,
you don't have to do that anymore, so you
right.
actually save a little bit.
Okay.
And I think this is Muti again, and this is fantastic. Architectural. It looks like a piece of art, doesn't it? Instead of the usual tap coming out of the wall. And I think that's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
The flooring we're standing on.
I do love this flooring.
This is linoleum.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that incredible?
Isn't that great?
So that's the least expensive way of doing it.
Yeah.
And the linoleum today has come a long way.
It reminds me of your place in Italy, your bathroom.
It does, yeah. But the big thing now, there's a company called Stone Tile, and they're bringing in some very interesting tile, stone, ceramics from Europe. And I went to the bathroom show in Italy a few months ago, and I have to show you this, because I'm just, as we speak, putting this in London. This is tile that looks like carpet. So feel it.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if you can get really, really close.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
textured,
Very nice.
but it's ceramic.
Yeah.
So ceramic tile is becoming very, very elaborate. They're doing all the technology of photo images in tile.
Yeah, no, they're doing
and
a
again,
great job.
you always said your walls are your canvas. Really, your floors now.
What about this piece right here?
Okay, I lugged this on the plane, just so you know. This, this is a piece of barrel, a wooden piece of barrel, right?
What's
And-
barrel?
From a wine barrel.
Oh!
You know?
Well, that surprises me from you.
But if you can't find a piece of wine barrel here, what you can use...
She was out there in the shed cutting it apart like that.
But I have to show you something. You could use actually a piece of barn wood, a
Sure
bit of
you
an
could.
old door. So we
good.
just stuck it on here. But if you saw in my condo, what I did... Now,
Yes.
you're going to be my hook. You're going to play hook today.
Okay, all right.
This is a piece of chain from the hardware store that I had sprayed a wine colour. So hold that together, and that just hooks on together like that. So you're creating a loop.
Right.
You can all do this at home. I have this in every room in Italy as a shelf. You take this,
here comes the
we just
barrel.
going to put it on the wall, and you have 2 of them, of course, and you hang it in there. You're the wall, hangs on there, and there's your shelf.
There's
we
your
actually
shelf.
have a picture of it.
There it is. How nice.
Is that not the coolest thing
I
ever?
think I like it. I like it.
So you could use any type of wood, and that could be just be silver.
Yeah.
It suits you beautifully.
Yeah, thank you.
It could be just plain from the store. That's like $1 a meter or something.
Deb, I have to ask you a question. I'm looking at everything. I love this.
Isn't that... Well, ladders are so hot now.
Yeah.
You can use old ladders, you can use new ladders, and they've really come a long way. So now they're using them. You can put magazines on here, towels on here, and they don't take up a lot of room.
Debbie Travis, thank you so much. I love it all. All product information on Marilyn.ca. Thanks, Deb. Good job. Oh, I love it. I'm going to give you a hug. We'll be right back. Hey, there's people behind me. Hey, when it comes to decorating your tweens room, it's a good idea to create a special space that can grow with them. So here's Jane Lockhart with some inspiration. You're going to like this.
I'm here in Etobicoke, and my client decided that she really wanted to make a statement with her girls' teens rooms. Now I'm standing in one room here, and I want to say to you, this is one of my most favorite rooms. And the reason for that is because you have to kind of shift your thinking when you're decorating for teens. Basically, don't decorate like an adult. Have some fun. And that fun starts with color. There is lots of color in here, and that's what I think really takes this from ordinary, a little bit stuffy, to a lot of energy. Number one thing is the wall color in here. It's a great rose color. Now I know for some of you who've lived during the 80s, you're not gonna love it, but a teenager will because it's brand new to them. The other thing that my client was really excited about doing, and I'm so glad she did, was she painted the trim. We did it this deep charcoal color, and it completely changes the room. What's so nice about this is it adds this dark detail, gives it kind of a feeling of mystery, of something different in the space. Speaking of which, the bed. This is the space that I think really defines this room. The bed is made with stripes, with flowers, and with gold, and of course, a little bit of fur. What teenager doesn't love fur? And when it all comes together, this becomes the feature in here. All of these things come together to give this wonderful, romantic, but new, fresh feel, and that's really what a teenager's looking for. Something that's not their parents. But this is not the only teen room. I'm going to show you another one and give you a totally different take on how to decorate if you have kids at home. In this teen's room, who's a little bit older than her sister, we've done something that's a little bit more transitional, meaning our walls are a little bit more neutral, we have white trim, because this allows us the opportunity to add bold colors in accessories. And that's the difference between this room and the other one. So in this case, we have a really strong teal, which is picked up in the artwork, is picked up in all the linens. And I have to say, it's also on the drapes. And this is something to think about in a teen's room, is adding color when your teenager's a bit older to items that are easier to change. So by adding in accessories, it gives us more options. Now the key thing in here is really the bed and the wall behind the bed. And to really pull it together, this is a great room to do an accent wall in. But in this case, instead of doing a paint color, we've done a wallpaper. And here we've done the wallpaper so it has teal stripes through a gray. And this really creates a focal point. And in the end, when you're decorating for teenagers, that's the goal. Make it different, because that's how it becomes fun.
Please welcome Jane Lockhart. She's right here. So we're going to talk about today key ways to transition a preteen's room into their teens.
Yes.
And it's easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Number one thing is you want to purchase good things that they can grow into.
Right.
So, for instance, our bed and our side tables are from Urban Barn. They fit any style, and they're durable. And they have storage in the bottom. So regardless
storage right there.
Yeah, this is drawer storage at
that's
the bottom.
great.
So
Oh,
it's
cool.
really nice
I see that.
no matter where this bed ends up, you know you have some storage somewhere.
right.
So you want to start with that. A good mattress. Our mattress on here is from Casper, and they ship it right to you, so it's easy to manage, including the little doggy bed there, just saying.
And we put a fake doggy in
Yeah,
there.
just because we're all about the details.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the other thing you want to think about is good lighting.
Yeah.
Things, again, that can travel with your growth as you change your design.
So what we have to keep in mind, too, when you're doing this room is they have to have a little say in it.
Yes, okay, so this is maybe one time where you might, when they're younger, you might have some control over what it is that they want. Now, if you don't want to see what they do in the room, make sure you have a door on the room. So that is the key thing. Do not have an open concept teen room.
Right.
That said, in here we said, okay, let's do a girls' room. Let's talk about what is popular right now. We know color is very strong. We know florals is very strong. And for those of us who lived through the 80s, which I'm sure are none of us here because you're all too young, right? You've never heard of florals before. What? This is new. So we are seeing this huge resurgence in florals, including this that we did.
This is really cool. Tell me about this.
This is a flower wall. It's from the Flower Wall Company, and it comes in panels. And so we just made it this
Not
big.
doing it any justice. I'm going to walk away from
No,
it
you
right
see,
now.
you can have your picture taken in
Is
front of it.
that pretty?
Yeah, so
I
the
see
idea.
them do this at weddings.
Yes.
Which I think is a great idea.
So the idea here is we said, let's do something. This is the time to do decals, things on the wall that have texture, that are pretty, or really express what it is that your teen wants or your tween wants. That's right. This just comes off again. It can be broken up and installed elsewhere in the house.
So we were talking about them having a say in it a little bit, right? And then there's texture in it, and then there's the bedding, which we talk about. There's so much to choose from. This bedding, by the way, is beautiful.
Yeah, this is from Ravel, who's a Canadian supplier, and they make beautiful bedding for all over Canada, and they've got great colors. And every year they check out what's happening in the color market, and we know that pinks and corals are strong, mixed with teal. So like I said, if you've been through this before, this will not seem new, but for your tween, it's going to be brand new. They've never heard of it.
So we've got the basics in there.
Yes.
We have, you know, a little like color, because that changes with the time. We've got this beautiful accent wall.
That's right.
That sort of thing. Now we're going to go from pre-teen to teen.
Okay, so what we're going to do is make some changes. Our cuddle chair, which is great for someone who's younger, we're going to take that out. We're going to change our bedding, so we're going to have our movers come in.
I love the Marilyn Movers,
They're
everybody.
gonna help
Please
us
welcome
here.
the Marilyn Movers. What happened to your T-shirts? I had T-shirts made up for you guys. What happened to those
I don't know
T-shirts?
what they did with
Okay, I don't know. This is where I don't know where to go.
That's, you just
So I'm
stay
gonna
right
go
there.
over here. This is where I go, hi, I don't know where to go. I'll go over here. Call me in when you're done.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, look at how they do this, Jane. Wow.
Yep.
So we're going from pre-teen, no, tween to what are we doing? Tween, what are we doing? Pre-teen to tween. Oh, this is like I can't even say it. All right. I like it. What do you think, everybody? Give them a big round of applause. Pulling this all together. All these little pieces. Okay.
Nice.
Pre-teen. Oh, I like this chair. I like everything about this. Okay.
Okay.
So less. There's less.
Thank you.
There's
a little bit less because there's going to be different activities. For instance, the desk is going to be more important. Obviously, as your teen gets older and they're doing hopefully more homework,
right?
You're going to have things, just junk accumulate. So I love this from Urban Barn. So you want to get a bunch of these. I don't have a ton here, but the point is you want to start thinking about how you do storage. Magazines, anything. So I'm just going to put this over here.
Oh my gosh, you got stuff and everything.
I do. You know, we like to hide things. This, I know it looks crazy what I'm holding. It's a dog calendar. So fun things that are just really personal are the type of items that you want to add.
Now, what I'm going to say to everybody is, again, the headboard didn't change, the side tables, the lamps did not change, the color wall didn't change, the beautiful lighting. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about where you are right now. Let's talk about this desk and this great chair. Let's emphasize that if we can while you're there.
So I love this chair. This is from Structube. It's plastic and they're stackable. And these are the kind of things that can't get destroyed and they will not destroy your wood floors. One of the problems with chairs with wheels is as people drag them across the floor, you have to make sure you ask for a proper rubber wheel that's made for wood floors. This one's nice because it can go with you and it's under $100. So you're not looking at a huge expense.
And then this desk is so fantastic.
Again, this kind of wood is so nice because it's durable, and the thing about it is it doesn't, if it gets marked, it's part of the look of it. So it makes it so much easier. And you notice what we did was we kept our accent wall color, but then here's the direction that's really strong right now is this look called modern Gothic, where you have lots of dark colors mixed in with a little bit of mod and then a touch of black here and there, and of course our gray. This is also for Ravel. And again, all of these are reversible, by the way, so they have a different pattern on the other side. So you've got 2 for 1, beautiful cotton. Now, if we want to add, and your teen, say, stays a little longer, then maybe you want them to, and they're still in the same room, or they've gone and come back, we can make this a little bit more adult again.
Okay, we're going to do that.
We're going to add a little bit more in here.
Hang on, don't move, you guys. Just don't move. Here's what I want you to notice. This great chair, this great table, the anchoring of the black
Yes.
carpeting. I love that. And I just quickly want to talk about the lighting.
Okay, so this is from Union Lighting, and the idea of adding geometrics is a very strong trend right now. We're seeing, instead of so much round, we're seeing a lot of square. And this is where I'd say to you, invest in a great ceiling light, not a flying saucer, which is those, glass dishes that are the fly catchers. Let's not get those anymore,
okay, good. I
Just
like
a
that.
thought. Let's do something that's open, and notice there is no glass in this. So if it gets hit during a pillow fight or something, which we won't talk about because that never happens, nothing can get broken on
Very
this.
good.
So that's one of the things you want to think about.
Am I safe to sit on this chair now? Are you going to change anything in this room?
Well, we are, but not that.
Okay.
We'll just carry you out.
Okay, you
Don't
go.
worry.
Adult bedroom. Here we go. Bring in the
okay.
Marilyn movers. Okay.
We're going to put in a
I
little
just
bit
don't want
more.
to get in the way. I don't want to get in the way. Oh, very nice. Okay.
You can just put that there. I'm just going to reach over you.
Yeah.
Put that there. Thank you.
It's funny, in the teen years, they collect a lot of stuff. And then after, what we're going to do. Okay.
Just put it there. So it's
Okay.
not in front of
Okay.
you.
All right. Okay, here we are.
Yeah, whoops. So one of the things you want to think about in a slightly more adult room is the activities that are going to go on in there. So you're going to have this table, which is actually a bar cart. So I'm not suggesting that there's going to be a bar activity in the bedroom, because that would be a very poor mother, wouldn't I, if I said that. It's more that it's got movable feet on it, right? The wheels, so it allows it to be really a work table so that you could sit there with your laptop or your computer and work here. If you don't have room at the desk, or you have multiple functions that have to happen in here. So you are going to look beyond what the typical item is, and this chair is a more upright, comfortable chair.
This is a great chair.
Versus the chair that we had before. And then again, your accessories are going to be a little bit more adult, and this is where you can add in more gold, which happens to be a very popular color with the tweens and young adults. So if you've already lived it once, it's back. You are going to see more of it.
I got to tell you, this chair is really comfortable. Did I mention that already?
Yes, it's very good. I think
good.
it suits you very well.
So
That's Urban Barn. Lovely chair.
So before we say goodbye to Jane, I just want to say this. When you are looking at revamping, to keep it really simple, right?
Yeah, and again, accessories are easy. You can shop easily for it. Canada has lots of great independent stores you can go to, or other stores that you can go in your neighborhood and look for the items that your teen can participate with, because there'll be a point where they don't want to be around you. So we want to take advantage while we can and get them to participate.
But I love what you said at the very beginning, is let them put their stamp on it.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's right.
Do you remember the first color that you painted your bedroom when you were a little girl?
I had no choice. My mother picked it for me. I was not allowed to pick my colors. I had yellow and brown.
Really?
But I was a child of the 70s, so there you go.
I got to paint everything purple.
Oh, that's a good color.
I had nice parents. I did.
Yeah, no.
And then my dad opened up. My dad opened up the closet, and he painted some kind of prairie look inside the closet. I closed the closet door.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you to Jane. All product information is on Marilyn.ca. There you go. We're inspired. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Each year, the Interior Design Show celebrates innovators and tastemakers from Canada and around the world. And here's my buddy Tommy Smythe at IDS in Toronto.
Hey Marilyn, I'm at IDS 2017, the Super Bowl of design, and I'm going to walk you through some of the latest and greatest design trends. Every single year, one of the things I look most forward to is whatever Caesarstone has commissioned in terms of highlighting their product. We think of this as an everyday household item. This is what your kitchen countertops or your bathroom vanity top is made out of. But this year, artist Jaime Ayon has made these incredibly beautiful objects that are based on tribal masks, and he's made actual art and furniture. This is an art installation, so I'm not actually allowed to touch it. Dustin, you are a maker. So tell me a little bit about the maker area here at IDS.
I think the maker area is just sort of like a great celebration of what seems to be almost like a global movement. At the show this year, we're launching our Stir series, which was really inspired by one table that we made, which had that design element that you're talking about. Okay. Sort of the radius or the round design element on the bottom of the legs.
Can I guess where that comes from?
Yes.
Is it from a stir stick in a coffee shop?
It is. Well, sort of. To call it the Popsicle series was not really all that fun. And I was at a coffee shop, saw the stir stick, and I was like, well, that's maybe a better idea.
Amazing stuff. Thank you
Tommy,
so much
thank you
for
so
talking
much.
to us. I love, love, love your
I
work.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Nikki Haslam, designer, legend, and speaker here at IDS. So thank you for being here with us.
I'm thrilled to be here. It's wonderful.
You have been named to Vanity Fair's International Best Dressed list. You also, in 2016, were named the International Designer of the Year. And you worked under the great Diana Vreeland,
Yeah. She came
coiner
to-
of the phrase youthquake.
Exactly. Well, I was there for the Youthquake. I was the Youthquake.
Amazing.
I promise you I was. I brought the Beatles and everything to them. You know.
Incredible. I'm a huge fan of your book, Folie de Grandeur. I think that house is everything that I admire about great decorating, in the sense that it's so glamorous and very elegant, but very comfortable.
Well, it is comfortable, but it's a very wonderful house to decorate. I mean, what can't go wrong. I always say rooms must make you smile.
Yours
And the
do.
English are very good at that. French make you impressed,
True.
but the English make you smile.
Your symmetrical arrangements of things that make you smile
Yeah.
in a kind of envelope that feels very comfortable is really, I think, what you do best. And I so thank you for speaking to me about
Well,
it.
thank you for saying that. I hope it's true. I shall go and look at my own work now and see if I think the same thing. Thank you.
Let's do that.
Please welcome Tommy Smythe, everybody. I love it I like when designer interviews another designer. You do such a great job. What book should we buy then to get his thing? I want to.
The book on his own home, which is
Right.
really a love letter to that home, is called Folie de Grandeur. So it basically means like a grand, foolish endeavor. And it is so beautiful and so layered, but so comfortable. And it's, a very, very old building. It was rumored that Catherine of Aragon met King Arthur in this exact actual location.
Wow.
So the house has a lot of history.
Sure.
But it's small rooms because it's very, very old.
It's very, very
Yes,
old.
yes.
Now, you brought some stuff into for us from IDS, and
I did.
Let's start with these wonderful chairs.
Well, we're starting in a pretty amazing place because IDS is one of those places where you can go and see museum quality furniture in a setting where you can get very close to it and learn from the dealers who sell it. So these chairs are by Pierre Jeanneret. They were created at a time, think back to the mid-20th century, when architects were designing not just buildings, but communities. It was the birth of the subdivision. It was times when very famous, well-known architects were designing almost utopian communities as well as individual buildings. These chairs, this is called the Kangaroo Chair by Pierre Jeanneret, comes from my friend Colin at Porch Modern, and he taught me all of this about these chairs. The reason you're seeing chairs by Pierre Jeanneret in every single design magazine on the stands right now is because these were created for one such community, a special community made in the 1950s in India, in a place called Chandahar. Government of India decided to get rid of all the furniture that was in those buildings in 2007. So this is vintage furniture that was never available to the public until 2007.
Wow.
So collectors who want rare and special things and who have the budget to buy them, $40,000 to $60,000 per chair, Marilyn.
Say that again?
$40,000 to $60,000 per chair.
Nice chair.
These are among the rarest of the Pierre Jeanneret chairs because this kangaroo chair was only made in a multiple of about 100 individual pieces. There are a lot of fakes out there, but you're looking at the real deal. We brought the real deal.
Thank
so
you.
you can see this kind of stuff at IDS and get really close to it and actually really learn something about some pretty cool stuff that you're seeing everywhere.
That's why we're encouraging, no matter where your interior design shows across the country, go and see it just for some great history lessons.
Exactly. You can get facts that are not alternative facts. How about that?
That's right. I like that. I like that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying. So this is from South Hill.
So these come from South Hill Home,
Pretty,
our friends there. This is designed by a designer whose first name, Nika, I can do, but whose last name I may butcher, so prepare. Her name is Nika Zupank, or it might be Zupanch. Terrible with pronunciation, but this is a very hot designer internationally right now. We have these chairs available in Canada, but they're very popular around the world at this moment. If you look at the colors of these two chairs, what does that make you think of?
Well, I'm thinking Hollywood glam, but I don't know.
It's that, and it's also the Pantone colors of the year last year for 2016. So these feel very current color-wise.
I see, okay.
What this does, the reason we love these chairs as designers is because they have all of these beautiful, sexy curves. They're really well made and well constructed, but the details are so well thought out. Like you look at this chair and you tip it over, and look, the underside of this chair is also upholstered.
Okay. That's
So
just
that
like
takes
finished.
Yes.
Finished.
Well, it takes into consideration the notion that you might be walking up a staircase and with a glass railing, you might see the underside of the chair.
Right.
Or, you know, depending on your lifestyle, you might be passed out on the floor and wake up and look up and see the chair, the underside of the chair.
I'm glad I spent that much money on that chair because it's finished on the bottom.
Yeah. So you never know what you're going to wake up to.
That's
right?
a very good point. Now, let's talk about this, if you don't mind. Oh, no, we'll do carpet next. We'll do carpet.
The rug that we're standing on is also something that I discovered at IDS. This is by a design firm, one of Canada's hottest design firms, and I'm a huge fan of their work. They're called Les Ensembliers. So this is a collective of designers who have partnered with W Studios to create this rug. Now, this rug, if you look at it, there's something very modern about it, but there's also something a little bit traditional or something that feels familiar, right? Yeah. And that is because its inspirations were the paintings of Tamara Lempicka, probably the most well-known painter of the Art Deco period. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the buildings of that era, those vertical thrust buildings. Think of the top of the Chrysler building when you look at the shapes in this particular carpet.
Is that what spoke to you when you saw this?
Yes, because for me...
Because you're so good. I go, gosh, I like the colors here.
No.
And I wouldn't even think the Chrysler building, but I love the fact that you think that way.
Well, the reason I think that way as a designer, and the reason that you should all be thinking this way in terms of buying things for your home, is that you look at this carpet and you think, I can pair this carpet with very new things, like Nika's chairs.
And it's neutral.
Yes. Or I can pair it with vintage things like the Genre chairs.
Okay.
So if you look at all of the furniture that we have here, all of it works with this carpet because it's that linking element from the present to the past. So it works with both. And I'm always looking for that thing because often we start with carpets. You start at the bottom of a room and you build up from there.
Right.
It's a great place to start. It's in the grays and the neutrals we love.
Yeah.
But it goes with the new furniture and the old furniture.
You see why I hang out with him? I get smarter when I hang out with him.
You started out smart.
I know. Okay, now let's talk about these lights because these are beautiful.
So these are
so pretty. I love them.
So these are called the hanging Hennepin Made lights.
That's pretty, yeah.
So Hennepin Made is a company that combines, different materials and different colors and shades of variation in these really unusual, beautiful shapes. And what attracted me so much to these lights, they were in an area of IDS called the Makers area, which is sort of younger businesses that are just in the process of establishing themselves and introducing themselves to the market.
Okay.
I'm always into supporting these kinds of young businesses because so often the most interesting and remarkable things are happening there.
Yes.
For these people, I was so attracted to the way that they had displayed all of their work so that you could see that you could either get 3 of a kind or you could have 3 completely different fixtures, but they would all work together no matter what you did.
And where would you put this? Like, would you put this
over a kitchen island, down a hallway, clustered over a dining table in multiples, anywhere that you would want that kind of very handmade feel.
Right.
With just a little hint of color and some real personality.
Smoke glass, huh?
Beautiful smoke glass.
Okay, we only have about 30 seconds for this, but we're going to give it a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do it.
These are the Guaylo lights. These are by Partisans Architecture.
Aren't these something?
Partisans Architects will go down in the history of Canadian architecture. You're hearing this from me. I really mean this.
Okay.
With names like Arthur Erickson, Ebb Zeidler, Frank Gehry.
Wow.
These people are on the cusp of superstardom in terms of architecture.
That's beautiful.
Their interiors, which you'll probably remember, there was a sauna that they did called the Grotto Sauna. It is completely curvaceous inside. We have an image.
Oh, yes. Oh, they did
and
that?
then perfectly square on the outside.
Oh,
that went viral around the world. Featured in Architectural Digest.
Wow.
Viral, this image. They also did the interiors of a place called Bar Reval in Toronto, which is all sinuous, beautiful wood. And so, of course, you look at the work, right? The rounded interiors of the sauna, the incredible sinuous beauty of the mahogany inside of Bar Reval. And then, of course, a light fixture that they make is going to have sexy curves. Right?
Yeah.
They were making these live at the Interior Design Show, and I actually got to make one.
Oh, that's so great.
It was pretty unbelievable.
How did yours turn out?
Mine turned out really, actually quite beautifully.
Okay, we're going to see how Tommy made this light. Coming up next. Stay with us. Okay, so we're back with Tommy Smythe. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, Tommy showed off this beautiful sculptural light that he brought back from the Interior Design Show in Toronto. It is so beautiful. Here's how he made a light just like it. Watch this.
This is my absolute favorite spot at IDS this year. Why? because it's a partnership between Porch Modern, amazing vintage things, and Partisans, what's new and what's next. And speaking of what's new and what's next, I'm going to be making one of the amazing lights behind me today, right here. Alexander Josephson. One of those things that is so surprising and that feels so new are the lights that you're featuring here at the show at IDS. Tell me about those.
I love your compliments, but I feel like we're incrementally changing things. I don't think these are revolutionary. It's sculpting with light literally instead of just giving it a dress. Are you ready? This is going to be your personal heat suit for today, okay?
This is way better fashion than I came with.
Oh, it's more expensive than most fashion. You would imagine. They're meant for working in steel foundries. So these are good to about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
2,000?
2,500 degrees, yeah. It's like runway. It's like pret-à-porter. Like, you know, like you're
Okay, you better keep an eye on me because I might leave with this and then wear it to my next gala function.
So this is how this works. So basically what's going to happen is this. We've got the clamping frame here.
Yeah.
The sheet of acrylic is heating up. It's like a sweet spot. You've got to kind of touch it a bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to take it off and we're going to bring it to the table.
Okay.
And we're going to form it at the table.
And we'll just help it along.
Okay, good.
Got it. The gloves that match my dress. I'm red carpet ready.
Never look better, baby.
Wow, that's incredible. This was a solid piece of material a couple minutes ago. So you're manipulating it a little bit. It has to be freestanding.
Yeah.
I really love this Beyonce fan that's happening right now. Our hair has never looked better.
There you go. Done.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. This has been the most incredible. I've never made anything on national television before because I don't do DIY projects. Hot glue guns and lampshades, that ain't my thing.
Oh, we can vouch for that.
You can vouch for
I
that.
can vouch for that. I know you
DIY
don't.
here.
But I tell you, I love it when you tour things and interview people. But is this the thing that is? Did you make this?
Not this actual
So
piece.
pretty.
So the pieces that we made in collaboration with Partisans, so there were a handful of special invited
Right.
guests who got to do this.
Right.
The benefit from the sale of those items went to Habitat for Humanity.
Love
Which is
that.
great. A cause that I believe in.
Yeah.
And they were the charitable partner of IDS this year.
That's so good, Tommy.
Yeah.
Well done. And you did actually make something on national television.
I know. On the Marilyn Denis show now I make things, but don't get excited.
Okay. Okay, great cause. Thank you so much, Tommy Smythe. So
Marilyn.
good to see you. That's so great. We got to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Well, my next guest is a Michelin star award-winning chef and restaurateur. Please welcome world-renowned culinary master. I'm so excited he's here, Daniel Boulud. Nice to have you. So nice to have you.
Nice to see you.
And you know, we're looking up your history. You have, let's see, how many restaurants do you have today?
I have about 14, but most importantly, I have one in Toronto.
You do. That's the one I love.
Café Boulud at the Four Seasons.
That's right.
And of course, also a restaurant in Montreal, Maison Boulud at the Ritz. But Toronto, Four Seasons,
It's
my
delicious.
home here in Toronto.
Well, I was just there not too long ago with Roger Ashby from Chum FM and his
yes?
wife Moira because I love your chicken. Look at that. We were anticipating the chicken coming to the table.
I see.
It's such a beautiful restaurant.
Yes,
Beautiful
we have a
restaurant.
huge rotisserie where we do roast chicken, we do roast fish, lobsters, and,
Yeah.
but the chicken is famous and is delicious.
What is it? Why is that like the rotisserie? You brought it over from France. What is it about this rotisserie?
The rotisserie is about 6 foot long. It costs the price of a car, and not a cheap car. and it has 3 decks of roasting spits, and it's basically roast on the spit. It's very, very healthy, actually.
Beautiful.
Because absolutely, when you roast in the oven, you have to baste it with a lot of fat.
Yeah.
Here, it just roasts
Beautiful.
naturally.
It's delicious. You started your career at
And
14.
a lot of herbs and a lot of.
a lot of, I don't know, it's magic. Because I
true.
keep going back to eat it.
I started at 14, but that was way too long ago. So now.
Let's not, wait, let's go a little further than that. 14, how did you know that you wanted to do this?
I was born and raised on the farm, and I was cooking with my grandmother, with my mother all the time. We were growing. Everything we were putting on the table was coming from the farm. So it was really, for me, food was maybe something I grew up with and loved forever.
And loved and made
And
with
then
love.
at 15, I went to the Pays Basque. And today I'm cooking from the Pays Basque,
What
which
is
is
that?
the southwest of France. This
Okay,
is getting
we're going
a
to
little
France,
hot, but
everybody.
that's good. Southwest of France. There's an enclave, not in the corner of the southwest of France with Spain, by the border. There's the French Pays Basque and there's the Spanish Pays Basque. And I worked in the French Pays Basque near the border. And I learned how to do basquez, because that's what we call the garniture basquez, which here I am roasting some sweet onion, the red onion, and then I'm adding to it some green pepper. And with the basquez garnish, it's very much into the paper. So if you don't like paper, that's not a good dish.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Not paper. Pepper.
Pepper.
We're new, but I love your French. But I go, when we were talking about it before, I said he means pepper, but he's saying pepper. No disrespect, chef. No disrespect.
I understand.
So, and you're saying that what you're making right here can apply to anything that we're going to cook.
Yes, actually, it's basically, it could be a base. I'm using this base to make a cod basquez, which is a beautiful cod, the Atlantic coast. I am doing, and I'm putting a little bit of Espelette pepper on it, so salt and Espelette pepper. Espelette pepper is basically a hot pepper, but not very hot, mild enough. Then it really give a nice kick, but not too much spicy.
The fish. Okay,
yeah,
got it. Okay, got it.
And so it's a pimento, but so here I'm twinning the peppers together. I'm adding the garlic and a lot of garlic because I love garlic. It's healthy. So now you can smell the pepper, the onion, the garlic,
and
the olive oil.
So good. Looks so
a lot
good.
of olive oil also inside.
Okay.
Yeah, even a little bit more. It's always good. And then to that, we are adding a little bit of paprika. So you can put also chorizo and let the chorizo melt down in it. But here, because I'm keeping it just with the cod and I didn't want to add chorizo, I'm adding a little bit of smoked paprika, which is very much an ingredient into the chorizo sausage.
One paper down.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh yeah.
Are you tidy at home? Because you're really tidy here. Yeah, are you?
Not that much, no.
Okay, all right.
So here I'm putting a little bit of pimento, a little bit of salt into the garnish, and I'm adding up tomato. And so everything has been cut into small strips like this.
And
so,
why?
Because it cooked better together, and it looked better together once we serve it. Okay. That was a good question, but not so relevant. You can split your tomato in half and it'll be as good.
Hey,
I'm just trying to
you don't know much. He's my new best friend. You know, I'm not a very good cook, but I watch every move these chefs make. I just want to know. Yes, but it does look pretty.
With that, now I'm adding a little bit of white wine.
Okay.
And then
That's relevant. That's very relevant.
But you can put vodka if you just have vodka at home. No, I think I will just put white wine.
Okay, okay.
So that brings a little bit of acidity to the dish, and you let the pepper stew for, let it sweat, let it stew a little bit, and you can even add a little bit of water after, so that gives you a little bit more juice with the tomatoes and with the peppers, just to have, you never go above the level. You always stay below, but you always keep moisture to that.
All right.
And then when it has nicely stewed, I have seasoned my fish, and I'm placing the fish right over like that. And you let it cook together. So I will rather recommend to cook the peppers a little longer.
Okay.
But then when you do enough pepper, because you might buy more peppers than you need, what you do is before you put the fish, you take half of it if you need, you put it in a bowl, you put it in the refrigerator. The next day, you crack some eggs, you put that inside, and you make a beautiful omelette, like an omelette basquez.
Yeah,
that's what
I
it
love
is.
that. That's a good idea.
Here,
that's a good idea. So how long, chef, would that be in there?
So now you don't want to cook too long. So when the pepper that stewed the tomato, you can also do that the day ahead.
Yeah.
And the next day you just reheat your peppered stew, stewed peppers.
Yeah.
Peppers?
Pepper.
Pepper. Stewed pepper, yeah. After all those years, I can still not pronounce
I think
pepper.
You're great. I think you're great.
Anyway, you reheat your peppers, and then you place the fish over.
And then what happens?
Marilyn is my English teacher.
Look at how beautiful this is, everybody. Voila. Oh.
So you can see, it smells delicious.
And the fish doesn't break apart. It's just perfect. Oh,
absolutely. Let me make a portion for you.
Dude, thank you, Chef. Oh,
See?
yeah. I am telling you.
Ah.
Look at all the peppers. It's really beautiful. Look how lovingly he does this. You see, even if you don't cook well, at least the presentation should be like this, right? Like,
Voilà,
yeah,
so
hold
you
up,
have
look
all
at
the beautiful juice you pour over.
Pretty.
And then you sprinkle with a little bit of parsley, chive, a little bit of herbs. Voilà, Marilyn.
Thank you, my new best friend,
Vasquez.
Chef Boulud. This recipe is on Marilyn.ca. We have to say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Thank you.